Let me get right to it because yesterday, I have to tell you, I was a bit annoyed. And I was a bit annoyed because I was watching a couple of press conferences. One would be the head coach, Mike McCarthy of the Dallas Cowboys. The other would be Mike Tomlin, the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. One would think that they don't have that much in common if you look at their records and some of the things they've experienced throughout their career. They've both won one Super Bowl championship. In Tomlin's case, he's been to two Super Bowls but lost the second one to Mike McCarthy and the Green Bay Packers in 2010. Mike McCarthy hasn't won a Super Bowl championship ever since, hasn't even been back to the Super Bowl ever since then, despite the fact that Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Dak Prescott have been the starting quarterbacks for him over the course of his 17-year head coaching career in the National Football League. But I was watching Mike McCarthy yesterday, and I got incredibly annoyed. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be easy for you to figure out what the hell annoyed me. But in case you missed it, listening to his drivel at the press conference in Dallas yesterday, take a look at what this man had to say right here.
But my message would be this: we have established a championship program. It's just not the world championship yet. We know how to win. We know how to train to win. We have the right people, but we have not crossed the threshold of winning playoff games. And it's extremely disappointing to be sitting here talking about it. But I know how to win, and we will get over that threshold. I have total confidence in it, and that's why I'm standing here today.
Really? Really, that's what we're doing? We've got a championship culture, not to use the word culture, but that's basically what he was intimating. We just haven't won a championship yet. You said that with a straight face. That was Mike McCarthy. He uttered that with a straight face, which was blasphemous and ridiculous, damn near criminal. Back-to-back 12-win seasons, playing for a Dallas Cowboys franchise that won 5 Super Bowls of the 8 they appeared in before 96, or actually by that time. 5 Super Bowls. Ladies and gentlemen, before 1996, the Dallas Cowboys as a franchise had been to 14 NFC championship games in 26 years. 14 conference championship games in 26 years. That was up until 1996. Since 1996, that number has plummeted to 0. They've been to as many conference championship games as me, and I don't play football. Are you kidding me? You're talking about a championship? What championship is Mike McCarthy talking about? That just seemed like the most asinine quote that I've ever heard from a head coach. And if it isn't the one, it's certainly up there. Just dumb. Makes no sense whatsoever. Now, this is a man that, again, has gotten to the playoffs the last 3 years. He's 1-3 in the playoffs in the 3 years with the Dallas Cowboys. So he's going to a divisional playoff game when he's lost to San Francisco. He's been bounced out the other 2 times. In the very first wild card game he's played, one of those times with San Francisco. And then you get blitzed by Green Bay with a first-year quarterback in Jordan Love. Not first year as in his first year in the league, but his first year as the starting quarterback. Ever. Anywhere. He's in the league for 3 years as the backup to Aaron Rodgers before he got the starting nod this year. His first playoff game, they're up 48-16 with 6 minutes left in regulation. And you're going to sit up there and say, we've got the makings of a championship team here. We've got the personnel. We've got the coaching. Then why do you have the damn job? Because if you got everything you need, what the hell you lose like that for? And Jerry Jones making the decision to keep him when Bill Belichick is is available with 6 championships on his resume, recognizing the fact that he doesn't necessarily need to head a franchise in terms of being the GM and making player personnel decisions. I don't know why you're Jerry Jones and you don't consider that. Because you know he wasn't going to go for it, because Parcells wasn't trying to hear it, because Jimmy Johnson wasn't trying to hear it, because you got a guy in Mike McCarthy that will capitulate to every whim that you throw out. I'm very disappointed in Jerry Jones. Very disappointed. The man's 81 years old. He himself has brought up how his biological clock is ticking, how Father Time is knocking on his door, how he wonders how much time he has left on this earth, by the way. Not as an owner, but on this earth. But then you're going to hold faith in a coach that's wet the bed for you the last 3 years when the playoffs have rolled around. I didn't get into how petrified Dak Prescott looked and how that served to diminish everything they were accomplishing. This is bad. This is bad. But nevertheless, it was disappointing.